Terraria is basically 2D Minecraft, right, Franz? Yeah, Hans, it's just a Minecraft clone. You know, Terraria is kinda like Minecraft. If Minecraft sent you to hell to sacrifice an NPC to summon a wall of flesh to contaminate a 30-year world with unicorns and pixies only so you can fight the Moon Lord, then yeah, they're the exact same game.
Yeesh, that was a bit intense. But that's the reaction a lot of people have when it comes to Minecraft and Terraria. A lot of Terraria game reviews call it a Minecraft clone, and anyone who's played both these games knows that that's not quite true. These games have similarities, but they're also extremely different. Some people like both, and some people only like one or the other. I want to take a look at the subjectivity behind these games. I want to explore why these games work, why they're successful, and why they keep people coming back to them time and time again, sinking hundreds and sometimes thousands of hours into them. I want to look at the similarities they have and the differences they have, and find out why people prefer one over the other. Both Terraria and Minecraft are hugely successful games, albeit to different measures, with Terraria raking in well over 1 million copies in under a year before development stopped due to one of the creators having a child, with the devs putting out one final bug fix in early 2012. It looked like this indie hit would have a short but good run. But as you know, that's not where Terraria stopped. Development begun again in 2013, and the game is still being worked on to this day, and has sold over 26 million copies as of 2018. Terraria has also been released on every platform under the sun. You name it, you can play Terraria on it. PC, Xbox, PlayStation, it's coming to the Switch. Heck, you can even play Terraria on your phone. And then you've got Minecraft, which sold an astonishing 4 million while it was still in beta. It was about 2 years before the official release of Minecraft, and it was already taking the gaming world by storm. It was the first of its kind. It offered something new. It was complete freedom. Fast forward to the end of 2018, and Minecraft is about to release its 1.14 update, and has sold an unfathomable 154 million copies across all platforms. Minecraft is the second best-selling game of all time, only behind Tetris, which is kinda cheating, but that's a story for another day. Now you might be thinking to yourself, 25 million versus 154 million. That's a huge difference. And congratulations, aren't you a smart snowflake? You're absolutely right. But when you look at the fact that the average Steam game only sells about 32,000 copies, it's pretty clear that these indie games, which were the first products of their companies, are wildly successful. Or are they? Both these games have the financial success, but do they really deliver a good experience? Well, yes they do. These games have been compared to Legos many times, some even go as far as calling them virtual Legos. And while there's so much more than that, and also kinda less than that in some ways, the comparison fits. Minecraft, Terraria, and Legos all fill the need for a creative outlet. They let you make whatever you want, how you want, when you want. Now, I've spent a fair bit of time with some games. I've sunk over 60 hours into Overwatch, 80 into Harvest Moon, 100 into Mario Kart Wii and Pokemon, and over 150 hours into Star Wars Battlefront 2. Put your pitchforks down, I'm talking about the original, okay? Come on, be sensible. But all of those pale in comparison to Terraria with a whopping 350 hours played, and Minecraft with an unhealthy 2,500 hours played. That's 100 straight days of Minecraft. Yeah, I had a bit of a problem, but it was all I had. I made a video about that. And one huge reason these games keep me and so many others playing for so long is the grind. Both these games have an incredible progression system that makes digging a hole for hours fun. You always need that next tool or that next armor or that next material. Combine that with the freedom to make whatever you want when you want, and you've got a great recipe for long nights lit by your computer screen. Add on top of that the ability to play these games with others, and you never need to leave your room again. The communities that develop around servers, maps, and mods and the like are a huge boost to the longevity of these games. They provide different, new, and interesting ways to play. This applies a bit more to Minecraft, but with either of these games, if the main game is getting a bit stale, just chuck in a few mods and you'll be right back to having fun. So what exactly do these games have in common? Well, to state the obvious, they're both blocky open world sandbox games. They look like they'd fit right in on an SNES. The art style for both these games is very simplistic, and while I certainly think that Terraria is generally more beautiful and stylized, I think the art style for both these games adds so much to what makes them great. Both these games have an emphasis on doing your own thing. There's certainly a general path that the games have laid out for you, but ultimately it's up to you to decide where your adventure is going to take you. So after looking at what these games share, it looks like they're very similar, but when you examine them a bit closer, you realize that they're two completely different games. They just share the same genre. The number one rule in Minecraft is never dig down. In Terraria, we call that a elevator. Also, Terraria has guns. So there's that. Minecraft is all about building. There's a tiny bit of story with a very small progression of loot and enemies, a decent farming and livestock system, but not much in the way of NPCs to interact with. Weapons and armor are simple with a linear progression that comes from your ability to mass produce necessary items that allow you to have the resources needed to create amazing creations. The replay value comes from the freedom to build whatever you want. You can explore and discover new environments, but they'll mostly contain the same types of gear and enemies, just with new building materials. With Minecraft, your world is the character. That's what you're developing, that's what you're working to improve. Terraria, on the other hand, is more focused on exploration and combat. You'll encounter many NPCs who will inhabit your world and will help you along the way. Weapons and armors don't break and have special effects beyond just increased power. Progression is tied heavily to exploration and finding specific places and enemies, rather than just grinding, although there's a fair bit of that too. Combat is divided into 4 classes with specialized equipment and weaponry. Building is less of a focus because building large, interesting structures is more difficult in 2 dimensions. Although it's not impossible, some people have created some amazing structures in Terraria. The replay value comes more from exploration and battling monsters. With Terraria, your character is completely separate from the world. You can take them into any world or even a server. I think this is for 2 main reasons. 1, it avoids the problem of running out of resources since Terraria's worlds aren't endless. And 2, it adds to your character being the main attraction of the game. The world is just the setting. These games are very similar, but extremely different at the same time. Both games are open-ended, though Minecraft is to a higher degree. There's no goals in Minecraft, no quests, not even a tutorial to point you in a certain direction. It's completely open, and because of that, it gives a very free feel to the game. There's a bunch of open world games, but nothing else that comes close to the same feeling that Minecraft offers. Take Fallout 4 for an example. At the beginning of the story, you have your son stolen from you, and you set out to get him back. That's the tone that's laid for the entire story. So anytime you go out on a random quest or just goof off, you're going against what the story's laid out. If finding your son was really that important, then you wouldn't want to do any of the side content that makes Fallout so fun. Minecraft doesn't have any of that baggage, so you never feel like you're doing something wrong or out of place, because you decide what's right. You decide what world you're playing in. Terraria is similar to Minecraft in that way, but with its progression tied more towards grinding to the next level of loot, naturally there had to be an end. You'll eventually defeat the Moon Lord and you'll have the best equipment. That doesn't necessarily mean that the game's over because Terraria is very open-ended, but without that key gameplay feature, Terraria becomes much less captivating for most people after the Moon Lord is defeated. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Like I said earlier, these games are so replayable. I stop playing them and then after a while I find myself down in a hole mining again. I don't know if I'll ever stop playing them. And while Minecraft is certainly the OG sandbox pioneer, innovation and differentiation within genres is never a bad thing. Different playstyles and different goals makes for a more diverse and interesting experience, and future nostalgia for the gamers of the future. One of those games of the future might be a game that's currently being developed right now called Hytale. It's being developed by the Hypixel Minecraft server and is widely being called Minecraft 2. It looks to be a bit more of a mix between the 2 playstyles of Terraria and Minecraft, mixing the 3D world building and freedom of Minecraft with the diverse RPG-like gear, enemies, and locations of Terraria. I don't know how a game that mixes these together is gonna feel, but I'm extremely excited for this game and I hope it reaches its full potential and becomes the next big thing in the sandbox genre. But even if it does, it's still gonna be called Minecraft 2, or at least a spiritual successor to Minecraft. And I don't think that the people at Hypixel have a problem with that, because Minecraft really has earned its dominance and solidified itself as the founder of a hugely loved genre. Hytale might just find the perfect way to mix Terraria-style RPG elements with the freedom and creative power of Minecraft. Thank you so much for watching. I can't believe that I got this video done in just a week. It was a lot of work, but it was definitely worth it. Right now I'm currently doing everything on my phone as far as editing and audio recording. I have just a lav mic because my computer kind of quit on me. As far as editing goes, it just can't do that anymore because it's old and junky. I hope to be getting a proper setup soon with a better mic, a better computer, and even better writing, which isn't part of the setup, but just something I need to improve on myself, just to make everything so much better, because this is something that I really enjoy and I really want to do well, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I have. So I'll see you in the next one.